Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Try DIY with Ebony. Today I'm going to do a bathroom mirror makeover using tile from Home Depot that only costs $2.52. Hey everybody, I am doing a DIY mirror using glass tiles that I got on clearance from Home Depot. When you see these tiles, you are going to be amazed. So these are glass tiles. They were $1.26, and these are the kind that have this little mesh net thing on the back of it, but $1.26 per piece. Let me show you the back of it. Okay, so this one is called Silver Canvas, and when I saw that this was this price, I was originally going to use this for another project, but when I saw that it was this price, I decided that I wanted to try to just make a mirror for the bathroom I'm redoing. So what I'm going to do is cut apart these pieces. I'm going to cut the netting between these pieces. I think I'm going to do, the first mirror I did 3 rows, but since this is a smaller mirror, I'm going to do 2 rows first to see how it fits. And what I start by doing, it comes with a piece of cardboard on the back. So I'm going to use this piece of cardboard to cut my pieces. And I'm using a very sharp utility knife to make these cuts. You could also use some scissors, but for me right now, the utility knife is easier. And I know you can see right here, this is the reflection of the green wall in my girls' room. That's going to be gone soon, but for now, the reflection is still there. So this mirror is, I would say it's about 12 by, I'm right here on a ruler, so yeah, it's 12 by about 36. So this is the side medicine cabinet mirror from one of the bathrooms. So what I'm going to do is just cut between the grid marks, and I want to make sure that I stay on this cardboard. You can get a bigger piece of cardboard if you want to, but as you can see, it was very easy to cut. So I use that. I'm going to cut it in 2s. So 1 pack might actually be enough to cover the full mirror. Now basically what I'm going to do now is kind of piece these together. And like I said in my other video, when I did the larger mirror, it's kind of like Tetris. See, I see that I'm going to have to cut them into single lines, because this one, because it's staggered like this, staggered on the end, and my mirror is only 12 inches long, I'm gonna have to cut them into single pieces, which is fine. Actually makes it a little easier, so I don't have to try to line things up too much. It'll be a perfect fit. So I'm gonna just split all of these down the middle and then dry fit them together. I'm gonna use either E6000 or Gorilla Glue. I ran out of my E6000, so I will, excuse me, I will use Gorilla Glue in its place until I get some more. And it's pretty good. I've used it on some other projects, so it's just as good as E6000. So once I get all of these cut, one of the things I am going to do though, the way this netting is on the back, I hope you can see this, these little jagged pieces are still on the end where I cut it, because it doesn't cut like right up against the glass. So I use a pair of my scissors. Let me do it on this side. Actually, you can see it better there too. I use a pair of my scissors just to run along the side, and I'm cutting off those jagged pieces. I don't want any of that still on there. So this will be cut. Okay. I'm putting my scissors right up against the glass piece so that it gets right on there, right next to it. There we go. Okay. Alrighty now. Okay. Now, so I'm just going to show you how I'm going to piece these together now that I have them all broken apart. I'll go back and cut them. But so I'm going to still make sure that the pieces are staggered. Like I wouldn't use this same size piece. Let me see if I can find it. I still want that staggered look. So I'm going to use a piece that is broken into 4 pieces instead of one that's just like the one I had there. So I'm going to start on the side and go along the top edge. And this is what will be glued down. Let me see. So with this one, I want the top and the bottom the same, meaning I want 2 complete rows along the top and 2 complete rows along the bottom. So what that means is I'm going to place these 2 first, top and bottom first, and then fill in the rest, because here I might need to spread these out just a little bit and get some single pieces in there to make sure that this is going to fit. Okay, let me flip that around. This is going to be so beautiful. That's the same piece. And what I can do is still, no, that piece. And this is the part where it's like Tetris, because you're kind of flipping pieces around just to see how you want them to fit on there. So I still want that staggered look. I think I have some extra pieces. I might fit a little small piece right there that I had. And let me see how much time, how many pieces I actually have or need. Looks like I might have to open up another pack unless I have some left over from my first one. We will see though. Let's see. Isn't that beautiful already? This is definitely a Home Goods like mirror, or even like a Z Gallery type mirror. For this was $1.26. And don't know how much this mirror is, but it's a standard builder's mirror in the bathroom. Nothing special for sure. I am going to, it looks like for this size, I'm going to need to open another pack. And that's fine because I'll get all the sizes that I need. So I'll be back. Okay, I had some pieces left over from my first mirror project. So all I'm going to do, just like I have this little small single piece, All I'm gonna do is cut between the pieces this time so that I'll have a bunch of different individual pieces and I can place them onto my mirror. Okay, by cutting these into individual pieces, I can place them exactly where I want them to go, and I can determine how much space I want between each piece. So once I start to place these, you'll kind of know what I'm saying. So I know that this little one piece is going to go here. Okay, so that is looking good. I'm gonna move that up just a little bit, move that up just a little bit. There we go. I'm happy with that. My pieces are still staggered. So now I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. Although I've run out of, I only have one of these left. So I might have to crack open another package of the tile. But that's all right. Again, it was only $1.26. I used to be pretty good at Tetris too. I loved Tetris. In college, I remember people would come to my room. I had a Mac actually in college, and people would come to my room to play Tetris on my computer. So I'm pretty good at this thing. Okay, looks like I just need one more small piece. So I'm gonna just cut that one little small piece out of this package, and then I'll be done. And I'm gonna get to gluing, but I still have to go in and cut off the back pieces, because on the original mirror that I did like this, you can kind of see the netting as a reflection on the mirror. You can actually kind of see it right here. So I'm going to go in and cut those off. Perfect fit. Look at that. Okay. Now that is a beautiful mirror. You'll see it a little better once I lift it up and get that green off of the screen. But this is a pretty awesome mirror for basically $2. Okay. I am going to now pick up the pieces and trim all this netting off where I can. And I'm just going to pick them up and then replace them so that I'll know exactly where they go. It looks like some pieces might have some of this, looks like an adhesive, some kind of adhesive on it. So I'm going to just peel this off if I can. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's why it was $1.26, but that's all right. Here we go. I could also use my, since this is glass, I can use my utility knife to scrape this off. This is not a big enough deal for me to worry about this, because it's going to be up against the, another piece anyway, so you won't see that. But I am going to go ahead and cut off these pieces. Okay, so this is the clear grip Gorilla Glue that I'm using, that I said is just like E6000. You only need a little bit on each piece. I'm going to start at the bottom of this, but you only need a little bit on each piece, because once you press it down on here, it's going to spread out, and you don't want it to show on the mirror. So I stick toward the middle of the mirror. Do a little design, but I'm sticking toward the middle so that once I press it down, it won't spread out outside of the edges of the mirror. You could use a hot glue gun for this too, but I'm not really, some of the projects I've been doing with the hot glue guns, I haven't been feeling that it's as secure as I want it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this and just let it dry laying down like this. So I'm using the edge of the mirror just to align everything and make sure that it's straight. One of the things I hate about this Gorilla Glue is that it's kind of like caulk, where when you put it down with no top on it, it just keeps coming out. I hate that because it wastes so much of the glue. So you got to be quick if you're trying to conserve your glue. So I'm going to put this on and then grab another one really quickly. Or at least put one on top of it so it can be waiting for me. There we go. Again, I'm using the one that I already put down there as my guide. And just lining those up. You can keep a small space between the two, but you can actually stack them if you want to. I think I'm gonna keep a small space. So I'm gonna go up this way and come back down and around. So this piece is the smaller piece that goes right there, but I'm gonna do this outer piece first, since I have the outer edge to use as a guide. So the texture of this netting on the back of the tile is very good for the adhesive. So if we were using this as actual tile, like using grouting and the grout adhesive, that's one of the reasons that this netting is on here, because it fills in almost the same concept as bricks. It fills in that netting and it allows for very good adhesion. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. And remember the way that you took them off, you wanna put them back on because you don't want to move the piece once you have it glued down. I just feel like the E6000 and the Gorilla Glue have more of an open time. So it allows you a little room to breathe, basically, before having to, before the glue starts to dry and you have to put it down. And it's not stuck until it's dry. Once it's dried, now it's dried, but it also gives you some time, some wiggle room. So like in this instance, once I get this whole line down, then I will, I'll manipulate the pieces so that they're exactly where I want them to be. And I don't have to worry about them being permanently down or trying to move them and affecting the adhesion. Okay. So I am good with this. I'm gonna keep a small gap between these two. I'm sorry, between the pieces, the tiles that I'm putting down. Just a small gap, nothing noticeable. And now I'm gonna get this one down, this little small one, on the second row. Okay, now that I've pressed down all the pieces and made sure that they are secure, I'm going to let it dry, and I can't wait for you to see the final product. This is the final product, and I love it. I'm trying not to let everything that is reflected in the background be in the mirror so you can really see it. But it looks so good. I love it. $2, y'all. You better get to the Home Depot. I'm telling you. I love it. Disregard the mess in the background, but check out my awesome phone case. I love it. So let me know if you guys decide to try this out. There were a few different options of the clearance tile, so you can have a different variation of this, or you can do the same thing. I might have to decide whether I'm going to go back and get the rest before anybody else goes back and buys them. So I would suggest you hurry up and get there before I do. $1.26 per pack. You can't beat it. Okay guys, so here's the final. This is the larger mirror that I originally did with the tiles, and this is the side mirror that I did. Came out amazing. I love it.